A spat over where to acknowledge a donor's gift in a park landed in litigation in the Reed Foundation versus Franklin D. Roosevelt Four Freedoms Park. Reed and Jane Gregory Rubin, sole officers of the Reed Foundation, made a $2.5 million grant to the Franklin D. Roosevelt Four Freedoms Park, LLC. The grant funded construction of a park commemorating Roosevelt's famous Four Freedoms speech. In the 1941 speech to Congress, Roosevelt envisioned, quote, "a world founded upon four essential freedoms: the freedom of speech and expression, the freedom of worship, freedom from want, and freedom from fear," unquote. The park agreed to acknowledge the gift by carving specific text recognizing the Rubins and the foundation. Two written agreements, the grant agreement and the recognition agreement, governed the parties' obligations. The grant agreement provided that the grant would fund park construction, as well as the carving and display of recognition text, according to the terms of the recognition agreement. The recognition agreement specified the text's precise wording and location. According to the recognition agreement, the text would be located on a 12 by 12-foot granite wall that would be part of a structure called the threshold that included a bronze bust of Roosevelt. The recognition agreement also specified that if any aspect of the park's construction materially changed, including the specific provisions regarding the recognition text, the foundation would be entitled to specific performance in light of the park's breach. The agreement expressly stated that legal remedies were inadequate and that the foundation would suffer irreparable harm from a failure to perform or breach. Throughout construction, the park assured the foundation repeatedly that the recognition text would be completed. However, after using the entire grant and nearly completing construction, the park sought to move the recognition text to a different location, citing aesthetic concerns. The Rubins and the foundation insisted on the location specified in the recognition agreement. When the park refused to comply, the Federation sued for breach of contract in the New York Supreme Court, which is the state's trial-level court. The foundation sought specific performance of the parties' agreements.